Today on an all-new Dr. Phil, two teens who are one mistake away from doing hard time.
I'm trying to do a wake-up call.
But this wake-up call will happen inside San Quentin walls.
Face to face.
We don't care about you.
With murderers.
When he pulled his gun out and shoot this dude, you are not welcome here.
Now.
I think I want to hit that guy in the face, but not a whole lot I can do right now.
So you wanted to hit that guy.
Are these troubled boys about to blow their last chance at a reality check?
This could be your reality.
Did that have any impact on you at all?
Would I have never started drinking? No, I would have started. It's made me who I am.
Who is that, in your view? You don't think anything you're doing can wind you up there?
No.
If you don't get it, you ain't got a brain in your head. This is going to be a changing day in your life.
10 seconds here.
I know things are tough out there, but we can do this. Here we go. I want you to get excited about your life.
4, 3.
Let's do it. Go, Dr. Phil. Thank you. Okay, this is a parent alert. So moms and dads, if you got teens in the house, go get them. I'll wait. I am so serious. This is a show you need to watch with your teens. And not because they're a problem, but because you don't want to have the problems that we're talking about today. I'm following up with two teens whose parents feared they were literally one mistake away from jail.
I think I'm pretty much just like every other teen. I mean, just party a lot and do what we do.
After he wrecked the first one drunk and the second one drunk, are you telling me you just didn't see this third one coming? Whoa, where'd that come from?
I probably should have, yes.
You got to pull your head out because he is going to wind up right where her son is.
Warren's a good kid. He just got caught up in something that was horrible.
I'm serving a 22-year sentence.
Now, 16-year-old Chris says high school's a joke.
We know he's using drugs. And this is the baggie that we found in his room.
Let me see it.
What the hell are you
I
doing?
don't have no more, bitch.
Okay, well, here's what we're dealing with. You've broken into the house, you've stolen computers and electronics, or you skipped school to get high with your friends. You stole your mother's credit card. Like, if you had another DUI and hurt somebody, you know you're going to jail.
Absolutely.
And you're just not a very good criminal.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not at all.
And if you boys think this is a joke, there is no joke about this.
Well, I bet you wouldn't think San Quentin was a joke. Well, after the show, Chris and Brett agreed to visit San Quentin, one of the country's oldest and most notorious prisons. It houses infamous death row inmates like Scott Peterson. Now, the prisoners at this penitentiary know that life behind those walls is no joke. So they created a program aimed at deterring teen boys from a life of crime. I want you to watch as Chris and Brett enter prison for the first time.
I'm not afraid of the prisoners, really. It's just jail.
We are about to walk into San Quentin prison for the first time.
Yeah. Good morning, fella.
Warren?
What's your name?
Brett.
Darnell.
Chris?
I want y'all to notice something. We didn't say you're welcome here, okay? Because you are not welcome here.
What was so...
Because I got a pair of DUIs.
Dr. Phil felt that you might learn something from him. Are you prepared to learn something from him?
Yeah.
Everywhere you look up, you'll see that they have guns above us, right? Serious things can happen in these penitentiaries.
You lose all rights and privileges once you get in here. No opportunity to turn back. No opportunity to pump the brakes. No opportunity to say, no, I don't want any more.
You there.
You there.
This is the yard, man. This is our world.
Mexicans that's in this area. The whites are over there. See that bench that's empty?
Yeah.
See, that's where all the whites hang out at. The area we were about to go through where the majority of blacks hang out. And you may have black friends or Mexican friends, but when you come in here, all that will change. On the other side of this fence is the hole and death row.
Right now, you're making conscious decision to be the type of person you are. Because now your eyes have been opened to the problems you have in your life. You're in the most dangerous position in your life. This could be a good thing for you, or it could be a bad thing for you.
Well, Brett and Chris find out they are face to face with murderers, and the inmates reveal their crimes.
My name is Jerry Oster. I'm an ex-gangbanger out of Los Angeles County. I've been down now going on 25 years for a second-degree murder. This is SQUIRES, though. SQUIRES is an acronym for San Quentin Utilizing Inmate Resources and Educational Studies.
Hey, my name is Darnell. I'm in here for kidnap robbery with my father. I've been incarcerated for almost 20 years. As SQUIRES members, we guarantee you that we're gonna listen to every word that comes out of your mouth. Most adults do not do that.
My name's David Basile. I've been in for 26 years, first-degree murder. We can put some words out on the table here that may resonate with you to make some serious choices in your lives.
My name is David Monroe. At the age of 15, I was tried as an adult and given 15 years to life for second-degree murder. When I was 15, I had questions. I had stuff that I needed to get out, but nobody to get it out to. And I know most of you guys can feel the same way. This is your chance to get out what you need to get out.
Michael Tyler, been here since I was 17, it's 12 years. Second-degree murder. This is your one time right now to laugh at me and see how funny I look. I'm wearing blue every day. They tell me when to wake up, where I gotta go to work, when I shower, how long I can talk to my family members on the phone, and they charging me for it. When to go to chow, what to eat. If you think about it, it's really hilarious that I give my life up to come in here and do this.
My name is Nathaniel Ray Rouse. I'm sentenced to 7 to life. I've been down since 1978. My crime is first-degree murder. This is an opportunity. You may never get it again in your life. There's no one in this room, in this circle, who have had the opportunity to come to an institutional system, sit around, listen to a bunch of men explain what their lives were like when they're out there doing what they did, to give you a glimpse of what your future could possibly be. So this is some real stuff.
My name is Ernest Morgan. Been incarcerated for 21 years now, sentenced to 15 to life for murder. If I have a message for you guys, it's to understand one thing, and that's to learn how to understand yourselves. Understand who you are, learn who you are. You have an addiction with marijuana. You have an addiction with alcohol. Everybody in this room has a vice or an addiction of some sort. My addiction was attention from family. That led to anger, which led to me taking the life of a family member. It doesn't just start with the small things like you think you're doing, a toke here and a drink here. Those small things lead to bigger things. That leads to drunk driving. That could lead to someone losing their life.
There are so many people that have said, man, if I knew then what I know now, I would have sure done some stuff different. Did that have any impact on you at all, or is that just fly right by your head?
Yeah, it did have an impact on me because after seeing what it was like, it's definitely one place I would not like to be.
Yeah. How about you?
Does it change anything? Yeah, I wouldn't. No, I would have started just because, I mean, it's made me who I am. And, I mean...
Who is that?
Who is that?
Yeah. It made you who you are. Who is that? Share that with us.
Brett. Honestly.
You know, I mean, that's cute and macho. It's highly disrespectful to this audience and to the forum you're in to throw an F-bomb out here. I guess that makes you feel like some kind of man or something, but who is this person? You're telling me that it's just you. Who is that in your view?
I'm me. I mean, I just have fun.
I think you hide behind a real smug, glib, cocky attitude. And I don't think that's who you really are at all, which is why I was asking you who you thought you were, but think about that. Now, interestingly enough, these inmates uncover some other issues that we haven't talked about here yet today, and we're going to see that when we come back.
At 15, nobody listened to me until I said, you know what? Let me pull this gun out and shoot this dude this close to me. You think Pepper heard me then?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard you.
You want to get something out of this today?
I'm only doing this because I had to.
This isn't a joke. These cameras don't mean nothing. The only thing that matters in this room right now is Brett and Chris.
Now, last time 16-year-old Chris and 19-year-old Brett were on the show, they said they were just acting like normal teenagers, drinking, smoking marijuana, and vandalizing property. I'm trying to do a wake-up call here today, so I decided to show them what the inside of a prison really looks like and sent them to meet convicts in San Quentin. Now, as the inmates' lives begin to strike a chord, they decide to delve deeper and uncover what is really going on behind Chris's poor choices and his anger.
Tell me about some of them problems.
I dropped out of school last year. Me and one of my old friends ended up breaking into somebody's house, kicking down the door, and stealing some of their property that they had in the house.
And do what with it?
Just
buy some weed?
Probably.
What's so bad in your life, man, that you would want to try to escape through drugs and alcohol?
Problems at the home with my dad.
Okay, let's go there. Let's go there.
Just recently, I ended up choking my dad for like some amount of time, for like 30, 45 seconds.
Choking him?
Yeah, because we was arguing about something, and my dad came up behind me and grabbed me from my back, and I threw him off me, and he fell down, hit his head on the wall, and then I jumped on him and started choking him from behind.
It sounds like you got something deep inside of you that's bringing a lot of anger out, and that anger, you're lashing out at your family. I know all about it. I know so much about it. I took my sister's life behind my anger.
You feel abused by your father? Do you feel like he put you down a lot?
Yeah. He's called me worthless. Like, he's ashamed that I'm his kid and stuff, and he's called me stupid, idiot.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel bad about myself. Horrible.
Have you ever told him?
No.
Not once on any occasion? You guys just pour anger?
Learn coping skills and none of that, and you'll be a reactionary. You'll be the biggest candidate to end up in this type of situation because you don't think you'll react to situations. And that's what you have to learn.
You know, you clearly have an issue with your dad. He's clearly not here today.
Yeah.
He could have been here today. He doesn't like to fly, right?
He doesn't like to fly. He wouldn't come be on cameras. He thinks that we're wasting our time being here.
How do you two get along?
For the most part, Chris.
That of a cop? I mean, are you policing him all the time? Do you ever have any times where you just love your son? Do you just tell your son that you love him?
Yeah.
Does that get crowded out by his behavior because you have to constantly?
There are some times when it does, yes. And then I also, on other times, I tend to find myself.
That's not love and that's no gift. And
yeah.
We'll talk some more about this in a minute. Now, Brett says he doesn't have any issue that causes him to drink too much. Take a look as the inmates try to get him to address a childhood memory.
In the midst of having fun, have you heard someone drunk drive?
Yeah, my best friend, actually. And my first DUI, I wrecked. I was doing donuts on the way back from a party, hit a ditch and flipped my grandpa's car. And my friend actually broke the windshield with his face and scratched it all up. I thought I killed him because, I mean, his face was all bloody and I didn't really know what to think. And then the cops showed up and I left and I didn't know what happened. So that kind of hit me pretty hard.
You was almost in here for murder, huh? Did you ever think about that?
Yeah, I did think about that a lot.
What about your relationship with your mom?
She doesn't want me to do what she did. I mean, because she was into the tweaking, smoking dope and stuff. and she got just way too deep into that. And
tell us how it made you feel when your mother is on drugs like that.
Well, then I was like 9 years old. I just
and you didn't think you didn't miss your mother?
Yeah.
You just said you didn't think about it.
That's why I try not to think about it.
My advice to you would be to let it out. Somebody's listening to you now, and as kids, nobody listened to us. At 15, nobody listened to me until I said, you know what? Let me pull this gun out and shoot this dude this close to me. You think Pepper heard me then?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard you.
The newspapers heard me, my family heard me, his family heard me, my homies heard me, everybody heard me now. And that's what I want to get at, is we want people to hear us, we want to get our story out, we want to get our feelings out, but nobody's listening. That's why we're here to listen to you, and we're trying to get it out of you so that you can relieve some of that, because it's pressure.
Something don't seem right about you at all. When I'm asking you out of respect, do you want to get something out of this today? Or are you just here for a free trip to San Quentin? And I'm asking you to be perfectly honest.
To be perfectly honest, I'm only doing this because I had to. I didn't honestly expect to get anything out of it.
You don't even plan on changing, do you? Not right now.
Not right now, no.
The truth to the matter is this. You've explained to us. 2 car accidents, 2 DUIs, both ended up in an accident. One, you could have killed your friend. You thought your friend was dead. Did you call 911?
No.
See, I can speak about this because I left a This isn't a joke. If you don't want to end up in prison for the rest of your life, if you don't want to come to prison, look at what you've done. Listen to what everybody else in this room is saying. Take these men serious. We're not getting paid to be here with you. These cameras don't mean nothing. The only thing that matters in this room right now is Brett and Chris.
Your behalf. I mean, it doesn't mean that you have to agree with him or that you think he's your future. I'm just asking you, did you take anything away from what he had to say?
I took a lot away from what they had to say. I mean, there was just a lot of stuff in there. It made sense, but it's just not me. It's not exactly me. It's not under my circumstances.
A lot of that is you. A lot of what they were saying is exactly you.
But nobody was there. Nobody knows but me, which is why it's got to be my choice.
Nobody was where?
Nobody made the choices I made, did the things I did.
You've had 2 DUIs. You haven't killed anybody yet, but you could have been there for but you'd been wearing a jumpsuit and he'd have been up there by himself. All we're trying to do is get you to recognize that you are not bulletproof. Because as I said, I think you're basically a really good guy. I just think your compass is off. I don't know why, but we'll talk about that. All right, we got to take a break. Chris and Brett go inside a real prison cell when we come back.
Only step in and get a feel of it. Step in.
This could be your future. This could be your reality. This is your choice, not mine, not Dr. Fields.
Well, according to their parents, Chris and Brett are 2 teens who are, in their opinion, 1 step away from jail. Now, we decided to try to give them some insight, some understanding, a look into the future by showing them the inside of a prison. Now, they're about to see what life would be like behind bars in a real 4x9 at San Quentin.
You only step in. Dogs in a kettle this small, but it's legal to put 2 men in each. You see how small this is? This is called a 9x4x12. That means it's 9 feet tall, 4 feet wide. 4 feet wide. Put your elbow on one wall. Yeah, that's 4 feet. That's 4 feet wide and 12 feet long, with 2 men living in there. Plus 2 beds, a toilet, and a sink. Now this makes your room look beautiful, huh?
Yeah.
Like a kingdom, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay
sure
then. If you guys were cellies and you didn't get along, notice there's no phone and there's no button to push and say, hey, we don't get along in here. Notice that. They may put somebody in your cell, man, that's an extreme killer. They may put somebody in your cell that been a bum on the street, doesn't take baths, kind of crazy, kind of mentally crazy. You don't get to choose what celly you want. Any questions?
No.
All right.
That pretty much sums it up.
Hold on. What you need to know is, they put a nut in your cell, you'll find out he a nut in the middle of the night when he's trying to do something to you. He's trying to hurt you. You screaming for the police to come. Everybody else starts screaming because they're trying to block out what's being done, because they want him to complete what he's completing, what he's starting to do, because he could be trying to turn you into a girl. That means you on the line now. You property of the line. You can be used and abused. But remember who put you here. You decided that you want to ignore all this and continue doing what you were doing. Now you're on the 5th tier back bar screaming, "Mama, help me." I'm sorry. That man in the cell don't give a damn about you being sorry. But who put you here?
Cell.
You did. This could be your future. This could be your reality. This is your choice, not mine, not Dr. Fields. This is your choice.
If you don't get that, you ain't got a brain in your head. You don't think anything you're doing can wind you up there. That's the disconnect, right? You say, yeah, I agree that's a bad place, but I don't think anything I'm doing is going to land me there.
Yes and no. I mean, yes, that's what I said. No, that's not what I meant. I know what I did could get me in jail. It's not going to get me to San Quentin. Yeah, it could get me to San Quentin. Okay.
All right, when we come back, Chris and Brett come face to face with one of the most dangerous inmates on the cell block.
It's close to y'all, but I know one thing, though. If it was real life, I'd be all in your face.
Well, today we're trying to give parents and teens, not just teens, parents and teens a wake-up call before their actions wind them up behind bars. Now, I sent Chris and Brett to a special program at San Quentin State Prison so they could see where they could be headed if their behavior catches up with them, if that criminal behavior results in a really bad outcome. Now, the majority of prisoners spend 20 to 22 hours a day in their cell on lockdown. Now, Chris and Brett were confronted by 3 of them that weren't part of this program. They just happened to be in the hallway.
Y'all know how to speak?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Y'all gangbangers or something?
Nah.
Huh?
No.
Y'all scared, huh? You scared?
I ain't that scared.
Not really, huh? Because all these cameras and the police around, huh?
We're cool.
If they wasn't here, then yeah.
If they wasn't here, what?
Yeah.
Then what?
I'd be scared.
Why? Scared of who? Scared of what?
Just everything, man.
You don't even know the half of it, homie. Everybody behind y'all right now, the police, everything is saving y'all. We can't even get this close to y'all. But I know one thing, though. If it was real life, I'd be all in your face. And everybody behind me would come with me. Because blacks don't get along with whites in prison. You know that? You do? So what you saying, you don't like black people?
No, I do.
That'll get you stabbed just for saying that. You come in here talking about you like black people.
I would have abused you back in the day.
I abuse you now. I'm still young.
I'd abuse you. He young. I'm trying to talk him out of it now.
I have fun doing it, honestly. Everybody know my reputation around here. Why you smiling? What you think we jokes or something? What is you laughing at?
What am I laughing at?
Dude. I think I'm gonna see you one day. You take care, all right? See you later.
Use this as a wake-up call, youngster.
Nah, we'll see you later.
I already said before I came in here, I ain't getting punked by no one.
All these people were here behind me, but if I was here by myself, like actually locked up, then I probably would have been scared, yeah.
I think I want to hit that guy in the face, but not a whole lot I can do right now. Why?
For you to be standing in a prison where there's the most heinous robbers, murderers, and thieves, and say you a soccer guy here in the prison, that's suicide, man. Yeah. That's suicide.
So you wanted to hit that guy?
Yeah. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah. Does it strike you that even that guy, it's not Dr. Phil, it's not this Bing Rangs lookalike that was talking to you so profoundly before, even this guy's saying, you don't get it.
He's just talking, dude.
Yeah, he's just talking. As the day came to an end, Chris and Brett sat down with the inmates one last time.
You think you're worth a second chance?
Yeah.
So what is it this time that's different?
Just feels different.
Feels different.
Yeah. I feel like I'm more responsible.
Feel like you're more responsible.
We're going up.
So let me be honest with you about something. It's gonna take a lot more than that.
Yeah.
It's gonna take action. What did you guys think about the tour? What do you think about this living condition that we're in?
It's a lot to deal with. I would not want to do it. I don't know how you guys do it.
I hear you is talking to two guys who got off death row, and you say, I want to sock one in the face. And I say, that's almost like suicide. What prevented you from doing that?
Honestly, probably fear. Honestly. It's not what I wanted to say, but yeah, probably fear.
But when he asked you, are you afraid, you said no.
I know, I'm not gonna say yeah.
Just about every man that has ever came into this prison for the first time, if you're not afraid, something's wrong with you. What do you think you need to do?
Quit drinking, quit smoking, go back to college.
Thank you. You just don't know how much of a breakthrough that is for me, man.
If I die today, that's all they're gonna say. A convicted murderer passed away. That's it. That's my life now. You have a chance to change that.
When you came in here today and I asked you a question, I said Brett don't care about nothing else as long as Brett do what he want to do. You agreed.
That's what I thought when I walked in, yeah.
How you feel now?
Like I could do something different. Like I don't gotta do that.
That's a start.
You've been open with us. We appreciate that, man, for real. There's a lot of guys coming here and play games. You guys were honest, right, sincere.
Did you ever think that today you'd be coming to prison and have someone put their hands on you?
No.
Come on. Come on.
Whoop you. No, but I'll take care of him.
No.
Chris has more hope to me because he's remorseful. And he thinks about his consequences. He thinks about things he's done, and he shows emotion. Brett doesn't show any emotion, and that's what scares me about it.
Something I didn't really want to see. I don't want to go to prison ever, especially San Quentin.
I thought this whole experience was interesting and probably will end up helping me out a lot because I don't want to end up here or any other place like this.
Seriously.
Where do you want to wind up when you're 21 or 22? 4 or 5 years in a way. What would you like your life to be if you could write the perfect script?
I would like for me to have a high school diploma or something of that sort, and maybe be going to school or college or something, technical school, and having my own place, living on my own, staying out of trouble, doing what's right, and eventually starting a family.
Do you think about that? Because right now you're living with your mother, right? Okay. I mean, where do you want to be 4 or 5 years from now? Do you have a life script of what you'd like to be doing?
A full detailed script.
No, I know, but just generally speaking.
3 things. Loving wife, kids, and a dog. And I'm good.
You don't want to be living with your mother. You don't want to be in jail. You don't want to be a drug addict. You want to have a quality of life. And I have to take a break. Life law number one is you either get it or you don't. In my opinion, Brett clearly isn't getting it. His mother and sister feel that he'll never change. I want to talk about all that when we come back. Today, we're following up with 19-year-old Brett, who admits to underage drinking and smoking marijuana. He has 2 DUIs, he's crashed 3 cars, he claims he doesn't have a drinking problem. He says marijuana is not really a dangerous drug. Well, now Brett sits down for a real important one-on-one with Mark, a father who suffered a tragic loss because of a drunk driver.
I work at a funeral home, so basically I take care of people who end up dying. To give you a little bit of an idea of where I come from, is that many years ago, my wife and I were traveling, and all of a sudden was a car coming at me. We hit head on, threw both of our cars off the side of the road. That was what they found on the floorboard of his car were open cans of beer. I went through 14 hours of surgery just to put my face back together. My wife was in the car. She broke her back. She ruptured her intestines. Probably the most difficult part of that was the loss of our son. I had a beautiful little boy. He was 7.5 months old. He was taken from the accident and they airbagged him to a base tunnel. The doctor came out and told me that if my son were to live, he was going to be a quadriplegic. And a few days later, he died. I mean, you look at all I've got left is a bunch of photographs. He was the light of my life. Have you caused any accidents yet?
No, it was just me. It was an accident, but...
Because of your drinking?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's the next one going to be? There going to be another family on the road that you're going to decide to screw around and drink a little bit and get back in the car and make it a little bit worse.
That guy's got a tough burden, doesn't he?
Tough. Yeah.
And you want to have a family. I pray to God that you're never in his situation when you have that family and some kid that's got all the answers but none of the controls hits you and your family and puts you through what Mark had to be put through. Because that's not fair to him, is it?
Not at all.
You know, Mark is part of a program called Every 15 Minutes, which speaks to teenagers about driving and drinking. Mark's here, actually. That's tough to watch, isn't it, Mark?
It is.
Tough to see those pictures again.
It was.
Yeah. Why do you do what you do?
I don't want any other family to be in the same situation. It's not worth it. You know, I'm watching Brett up there, and I realize we talked, and as I watch that, I'm not sure if I agree, I'm not sure if he gets it. You know, I listen to him, I watch him up here on stage, and I still see that cocky attitude. So I don't live that far away from where he's at. And right now, I'm still fearful that he's going to be on the road when my family is on the road.
And you don't drive now because you've lost your license until you're 21? So you're 19 and walking. If you had your license now, do you think you would drink and drive?
I don't know. No, sorry.
Come on, just be honest.
No, seriously.
No, I'm being dead serious. I would not drink and drive again.
Next, Mark wants Brett to have something to carry around with him. A reminder of the devastating consequences of drinking and driving. We'll be right back. 16-year-old Chris and 19-year-old Brett say that they're just regular teens drinking and getting high. Their parents say their behavior, in their opinion, has them one mistake away from jail. Mark, what'd you want to say to Brett?
Well, it's not much, but I just have. Can I bring him up to him?
Go ahead.
When he and I talked, I showed him some pictures. This is a picture of my son, and I'm just asking if he'd keep it with him and remember the next time he's drinking that my family is still on the road and there might be another family that's just like that.
Thank you for that. I really do think that Brett seemed to take something away from Mark's tragic story. I think he is a caring guy. I think part of the problem here is that you don't have a face-saving way to say, I get it. I think it's kind of an ego issue where it's kind of like, I can't give in and say, okay, I've made some bad choices, I get it, I need to change some things. I think your ego won't let you do that. And I think you continue to make bad choices. Just a few days ago, Brett's older sister, Crystal, caught this on tape.
Brett, you want to smoke some marijuana? It's gonna dry, man. DUIs all day. That's right.
Wow. DUIs all day. What do you think about that?
That's not what happened.
Put it in context.
I mean, yeah, I said, I can't do that. Where you got the camera? It's the only way.
Okay, were you drinking excessively?
Yeah.
Did you say what you said?
Yeah.
We'll be right back. We've been talking today about things that I wanted you to watch with your teenagers. Brett, you're on probation, right?
Yeah.
And you're violating that probation on a regular basis, correct?
Yeah.
You're drinking, you're smoking dope, and that's in violation of your probation. You understand when you violate probation, there's no hearing, you're just gone. They can just take you that minute and put you straight in jail. And I'm trying to help you by giving you some alternatives to that. And if you want that help, you're going to have to contact me and tell me that you do, and I'll help you in some way. If not, I have every confidence that your probation officer is going to pull your ticket and you're going to go to jail. I mean, I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, don't you?
I absolutely agree.
I mean, I don't see how any responsible probation officer could ignore the consequences. I'm willing to help, but I'm through chasing. So you understand that. And you've got to make some plans here and turn your life around. I mean, you could go back to school, but you're not going back to school, but you could. You got to decide to do something. Their days are just going to turn into weeks. Weeks are going to turn into months. Months are going to turn into years. And you're going to be sitting around playing video games when you're 21 like you're doing when you're 16. That's got to change. True?
Yeah.
And you're going to have to step up and require that.
Yeah.
Teenagers, go to drphil.com and you can check out our online community called Teen Talk. This message board invites teens to discuss issues that affect their daily lives, like peer pressure, self-esteem issues, problem with their parents. It gives them an opportunity to talk and vent. I want to thank Stan Quinton and the inmates for allowing us to partner with them and their Squires program. Appreciate y'all being here. So long.